Imagine this. Your employee is working from Dubai. Your developer is working from India. Your finance team is accessing cloud applications from home. Your SOC analyst is connected through VPN from another country. Your servers are in the cloud. Your data is moving between SaaS platforms, APIs, laptops, and mobile phones. Your data is moving through contractors, third-party vendors, and unmanaged networks. Now ask yourself one question. Where is your perimeter? Is it your firewall? Is it your office network? Is it your VPN? Is it your data center? The truth is simple. The perimeter is gone. And if your security strategy is built on inside is trusted, you are exposed. Because in today's decentralized remote workforce, implicit trust is not just risky. Implicit trust is a terminal vulnerability. Welcome to the future of Zero Trust architecture. In this session, we will understand how Zero Trust is the foundation of modern cybersecurity. We will break down identity-centric security, micro-segmentation, continuous verification, device posture, and least privilege. Let's begin. For many years, organizations followed a very simple security model. Keep the bad people outside, trust the people inside. Build strong firewalls, use VPNs, secure the data center, monitor the internet gateway. This model worked when most users, applications, and servers were inside the office network. But the modern workforce is different. Employees are no longer sitting behind one corporate firewall. Applications are no longer hosted only inside one data center. Data is no longer stored only on internal file servers. Today, organizations are using cloud platforms, SaaS applications, mobile devices, remote endpoints, APIs, contractors, vendors, and personal networks. Data is no longer stored only on internal servers. Today, we use SaaS platforms, mobile devices, and unmanaged personal networks. This creates a major problem. The old perimeter has dissolved, and when the perimeter disappears, the old trust model becomes dangerous. Attackers know this. They do not always attack the firewall first. They attack identity. They steal credentials and phish remote users. They compromise unmanaged devices and abuse VPN access. They hijack sessions and move laterally from one system to another. They exploit XSM privileges and wait silently inside the environment. Once inside, many environments still give them too much freedom. This is where Zero Trust becomes critical. Zero Trust does not ask, "Are you inside?" Zero Trust asks, "Who are you? What device? Is this device healthy? What application are you trying to access? Do you really need this access? Is this behavior normal? What is the risk level right now? And most importantly, should this request be trusted at this exact moment?" Zero Trust changes the mindset from location-based trust to identity-based and context-based verification, verifying every single request. Zero Trust is often misunderstood. Some people think Zero Trust means buying one product or just replacing a VPN. But Zero Trust is not one tool. Zero Trust is a security strategy. It is an architecture. It is a mindset. The core idea is simple. Never trust automatically. Always verify. Assume breach. Enforce least privilege. Monitor continuously. In a Zero Trust model, every user, device, application, workload, and request must prove that it should be allowed to proceed. Even if the user is inside the office, even if the device is corporate owned, even if the user is inside or the device is corporate owned, trust is not permanent. Trust is temporary, conditional, and continuously evaluated. A user logging in from a corporate laptop from Dubai during normal working hours may be low risk. The same user logging in from an unknown device from another country at midnight may be high risk. Zero Trust allows dynamic access decisions based on context. Identity, device posture, and behavioral analytics become very important. Zero Trust is not about blocking everything. It is about allowing the right access to the right user from the right device at the right time for the right reason. In the old world, the network was the perimeter. In the modern world, identity is the perimeter. Attackers now use valid credentials. They log in like a normal user, they access applications like a normal employee, they move through the environment using legitimate permissions. This makes identity one of the most important control points in Zero Trust. If identity is weak, the whole architecture is weak. We must move beyond passwords. A strong model includes MFA, SSO, and PAM. In a Zero Trust environment, an attacker with a stolen password must pass multiple checks. Is MFA successful? Is the device trusted? Is login location normal? Is behavior normal? If risk is high, access can be blocked or escalated to the SOC for investigation. This is powerful because Zero Trust does not depend on one control. It creates multiple layers of verification, and that makes identity abuse much harder for attackers. Now let us talk about one of the most powerful parts of Zero Trust: micro-segmentation. In many traditional networks, once an attacker gets inside, they can move from one system to another. They compromise one machine, scan the network, find open ports, and reach domain controllers. This lateral movement is extremely dangerous. Zero Trust fights this by reducing unnecessary communication between systems. This is where micro-segmentation comes in. Micro-segmentation means breaking the network into smaller security zones and enforcing strict access controls between them. Instead of allowing everything inside the network to communicate freely, we define exactly what should communicate with what. For example, a user laptop should not directly communicate with a database server. A contractor device should not access admin systems. This limits movement. Even if one endpoint is compromised, the attacker is trapped. Micro-segmentation converts the network from a flat playground into a controlled security maze. And for attackers, that is a nightmare. For SOC teams, this is very valuable because it reduces blast radius. For SOC teams, this is very valuable because it reduces blast radius. If breach is inevitable, impact does not have to be inevitable. Zero Trust accepts that attackers may get in, but it makes sure they cannot move freely. Many organizations still rely heavily on VPN for remote access. VPN was useful for a long time, but VPN has one major weakness. It often extends the internal network to the remote user. If the user's laptop is compromised, the attacker may inherit VPN access. If the user's credentials are stolen, the attacker may enter the network. If the VPN appliance has a vulnerability, the entire organization may be exposed. This is why the future is moving toward Zero Trust Network Access, or ZTNA. ZTNA works differently from traditional VPN. Instead of giving access to the entire network, ZTNA gives access only to specific applications. Instead of giving access to the entire network, ZTNA gives access only to specific applications. The user does not enter the network, the user gets access to only what they are authorized to use. VPN says, come inside the network. ZTNA says, tell me exactly what application you need, prove who you are, prove your device is safe, and then I may allow limited access. This is why ZTNA is becoming a critical component of decentralized workforce security. In Zero Trust, identity alone is not enough, because even a legitimate user can connect from a risky device. A user may have correct credentials, MFA may be successful, but what if the device is infected? Before allowing access, Zero Trust systems should check the health and security status of the device. A healthy corporate laptop may get normal access. An unknown personal laptop may get restricted access. A device missing security patches may be blocked. A healthy corporate laptop may get normal access. An unknown personal laptop may get restricted access. A device missing security patches may be blocked. This continuous evaluation is the future. One of the biggest reasons breaches become serious is excessive privilege. Users often have more access than they need. Attackers love this because once they compromise one identity, they look for privilege. Admins have permanent elevated rights. Service accounts have broad permissions. Old access is not removed. Contractor access remains active after projects end. Shared accounts are used. Privileged accounts are not monitored properly. Zero Trust reduces this risk through least privilege. But modern Zero Trust goes even further with just-in-time access. This means privileged access is not always available. It is granted only when needed. For example, an engineer does not need permanent admin access to production. When required, they request access. The request is approved. Access is granted for 1 hour, the session is recorded. After the time expires, access is removed. Zero Trust cannot succeed without visibility. You cannot protect what you cannot see. You cannot verify what you cannot measure. This is where SOC teams become very important. SOC teams must see who accessed what. Was MFA passed? Was the device compliant? Was the session risky? Was there unusual behavior? These signals must flow into SIEM, SOAR, EDR, XDR, identity platforms, cloud security tools, and threat intelligence systems. Zero Trust creates control. SOC creates detection and response. Together, they create resilience. The remote workforce heavily depends on cloud and SaaS. Microsoft 365, AWS, Slack, these platforms are outside the traditional data center. Zero Trust must extend to cloud and SaaS environments. This includes strong identity integration, conditional access policies, CASB controls, data loss prevention, cloud posture management, API security, SaaS security posture management, session monitoring, adaptive access control, encryption and key management. Treat every request as hostile until verified. This means we design systems assuming compromise is possible. Credentials can be stolen, devices can be infected, sessions can be hijacked, insiders can abuse access, cloud tokens can leak, APIs can be misused, third parties can be compromised. As environments become more decentralized, manual security will not be enough. SOC teams cannot manually review every login, every session, every access request, every endpoint posture change, and every cloud event. This is where AI, machine learning, and automation will become very important. Based on the risk score, the system may allow access, require MFA, limit access, block access, terminate the session, notify SOC, trigger SOAR playbook, disable the account, isolate the endpoint. This is where Zero Trust becomes dynamic, not static, not rule only, not manual, but adaptive. How can an organization start? Zero Trust should not be implemented randomly. It should be implemented in phases. Phase 1, identify critical assets. Phase 2, strengthen identity. Phase 3, validate device posture. Phase 4, apply least privilege. Phase 5, introduce ZTNA. Phase 6, implement microsegmentation. Phase 7, improve logging and SOC visibility. Phase 8, automate response. Phase 9, continuously test and improve. Then apply least privilege, introduce ZTNA, and implement microsegmentation. Improve SOC visibility and automate response. For SOC analysts, Zero Trust creates powerful detection opportunities. Here are some important use cases. Use case 1, impossible travel. Use case 2, MFA fatigue. Use case 3, new device access. Use case 4, privilege escalation. Use case 5, unusual SaaS download. Use case 6, lateral movement attempt. Use case 7, risky contractor behavior. Use case 8, suspicious API activity. Zero Trust is powerful, but it is not easy. Legacy applications may not support modern authentication. Old networks may be flat and difficult to segment. Users may resist additional verification. Business teams may fear productivity impact. Security teams may lack full asset visibility. Cloud and SaaS environments may be poorly governed. Privileged access may be complex. Logging may be incomplete. Policies may be too broad or too strict. The future of zero trust will be shaped by several major trends. First, identity will become even more important. Second, device trust will become dynamic. Third, VPN will continue to decline. Fourth, microsegmentation will move beyond the data center. Fifth, AI-driven risk scoring will become normal. Sixth, SOC teams will become deeply integrated. Seventh, zero trust will become a business requirement. So let us summarize. The remote workforce has changed everything. The perimeter is no longer a building. The network is no longer the trust boundary. VPN is no longer enough. Identity is the new perimeter. Every device is a risk signal. Every request must be verified. Every privilege must be justified. Every segment must be controlled. Every session must be monitored. Zero trust ensures that when attackers get in, they cannot move freely. That is the future of cybersecurity. Building for the real world. Thank you for watching. If you are a SOC analyst, threat hunter, cybersecurity student, or security leader, start learning zero trust now. Because the organizations of the future will not be protected by walls. They will be protected by identity, visibility, segmentation, and continuous verification. This is Vikram Saini from Vic Cyberwatch. Stay secure, keep hunting, and remember, trust is not a control, verification is.